Hey, Shred Strongers. Coming to you today to talk about movement snacks, because who doesn't like snacks, right? But of the movement quality that will keep you going and keep your energy high just as much as the edible type of snacks. So that's the goal for today, because honestly, I want you to know that the all or nothing mentality of getting your workouts done and having to do all of them in order to be perfect, and then you're going to see better results versus not doing anything at all. Sometimes we can freeze up when we're responding to stress and external stressors, internal stressors, things like that in our life. And sometimes that can just cause us to freeze, absolutely freeze, usually freeze or flight or what have you, all right? And I don't want you all to feel the need to freeze just because you're not able to get the full workout in. That's why I do program the way I do with Shred Strong. You know, if you look at the programming, it is 3 days a week of strength training, but 2 of those days are going to be more full body, with one being more hinge specific, or at least at this point in the season. And then the other one is going to be a little bit more upper body centric. And then the third one is going to be more knee centric or squat centric, okay? Now, of course, the third one is optional right now just because of the season and you're biking a little bit more. So that's using your quads a little bit more than usual. And I wanted to give you all that option, or that opportunity to choose yourself, choose your own adventure rather, of whether you wanted to do workout number 3 or not. It's totally up to you. I will say you will get a little bit more bang for your buck for doing workout 3, but here's the catch. You don't have to do the entire workout. All right. I actually have my workout pulled up here on the app. So if you can see, actually the lighting is awful right now. I wasn't planning on that. But if you see it, there we go. We can see the angle there. You'll see that, you know, the first superset is always going to be kind of the warm-up superset. The first 1 or 2 supersets will be the warm-up supersets. And those will then lead into, you know, and the movement warm-ups for the day. So in the warm-up movements in the beginning, those first couple of supersets, those will include movement workouts, like movement, how do I word this? Warm-ups that are specific to the movement, the main movement of the day, okay? So, you know, for this one, what did I choose? Day 1, my favorite, full body hip hinge movement. That's going to be a little bit more of hip hinge centric workout. So you're going to be hip hinging in the warm-up, because we don't want you to just jump right in, especially if you're a barbell athlete and you're in the barbell track for Shred Strong. I don't want you to just jump on the barbell straight away. I want you to do a little bit more of a warm-up to kind of prep your body. And keep in mind, the warm-up is just about 10 minutes. Now, the warm-up itself can be one of your movement snacks, because the warm-up takes about 10 minutes. So that's an option. Or you can do the main lift of the day, which for this day is the reverse lunge to single leg Romanian deadlift, with or without the landmine, depending on which track you're in. And then follow that by calf raises. That set, it's 3 sets to do that entire superset. That's going to take you about 10 to 15 minutes right there. And maybe even less if you just do 3 sets and you don't even really take much of a warm-up or anything like that, okay? For me, they usually take about 10 minutes or less at this point of the programming. So that could be an option too. You can do that superset as well. Or last but not least, you can finish off with the core finisher, which is pretty fun, and finish off with that as your movement snack. So keep in mind, you can look at this whole workout and really put it together in 3 different movement snacks. So if you only have time for 10 minutes that day, choose whichever one speaks to you, because they're all going to be working the hip hinge movement, except for the finisher, which works the core. But it's up to you. What do you feel like doing? And guess what? You can just do one of those supersets today and then do the ab finisher tomorrow. Totally up to you. Again, choose your own adventure. That's what I love about this so much. And please know, I'm not only just telling you or suggesting you all do this, I do this myself. I just did it last week when I was prepping for the Vita MTB Series Ambassador Weekend. It's my season of life. I'm going on vacation this week and going to be gone for 10 days. And then I've had some camping trips recently and family visiting and just a lot going on. Plus I'm working on some programming, and I'm also new programming, that is. And I'm also finishing up my health coaching certification, my master health coaching certification. So lots on my plate right now. This season of life is just busy. So I'm trying to get my workouts in when I can. And sometimes that means I need to break it down into a 10-minute movement snack. So please know you're not the only one that I'm suggesting do this. I do it myself because it's the best way for me to get some movement in without taking up too much time and extending myself or overextending myself and feeling exhausted. If anything, doing movement snacks actually helps me with my energy, helps me feel good, and all of that. So, movement snacks, that's kind of how to do it, all right? Quick and dirty. So 5 minutes in, 5.5 minutes in, there you go. But some other suggestions that I have for you. Scheduling for the week. If you're having a difficult time getting these workouts in, hey, I get it. I used to work in corporate, and did that for well over 15 years, probably closer to 20 years, more like it. But, I know what that can be like, to have a family, care for the family, someone's sick, maybe you're sick, you're not feeling so great. There's a lot of stuff that can happen, right? It's a season of life. Now, I do want to go ahead and say that if you look at your schedule and when you have some really intense meetings that week for work, because you all know how meetings are popping up on your calendar. If you know that you have to do something with the kids' sports, for example, if you have kids, if you have something with school, whatever it is for you, everyone's 24 hours looks different, right? We don't all have the same 24 hours. I mean, we all have 24 hours, but the obligations in those 24 hours are different. And so I want to respect that. But that's where I want you to feel empowered to look at your schedule. Figure out what days are the absolute worst days. You might be a little bit more tired because you're going to have some more meetings at work. You're going to have some more kids stuff, more things at deadline-wise for work. Whatever it is for you, fill in the blank. Think about that. Take those days away if you can, if they're really, really full, because every day is going to be busy. But choose the days that are maybe not ideal. Then I want you to choose the absolute 2 best days that are ideal for you to at least get in about 10 to 20 minutes of movement that day using the movement stack methodology that I just shared. Again, you don't have to do 10 to 20 minutes all in a row. You can just do one superset for 10 minutes in the morning, one superset at lunch if you need to, and then the big heavy one maybe in the afternoon if that's when you're able to get to a real gym, like a real like fully stocked gym, or maybe your home gym, or whatever that looks like for you, okay? So please know this is flexible, but I want you to look at your schedule first, because scheduling it is really what's going to happen. And I don't want you to just look at your schedule and say, okay, I'm going to work out, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm going to do the strength training. Put it in your calendar. Make it a meeting with yourself. This is priority, because what is scheduled gets done. That's something that I've noticed even with me, lately, this past week with vacation coming up and packing and my first international trip in a long ass time. Just a lot of spinning plates and a lot of things that I would need to take care of, for you all, kind of make sure that you're set up for success. And that was a lot of pressure that I put on myself. So what I opted to do was just look and see what I could do that week and schedule it in. So literally the night before, if I thought, the next day, like tomorrow, I can definitely get a workout in, I put it in my little to-do list. Literally, you should see it. It's like walk Milo, workout. What the hell else did I put? I mean, it was ridiculous. It was actually quite funny what I did. But it was like, feed Milo, workout, eat breakfast for me, walk Milo and get a little bit of coffee, then do my master health coaching certification class. I had to attend that for a few hours today. Then I had a lifting date with my partner in the afternoon for an hour at the gym to get me out of the house. And then I needed to do some programming, record podcasts, record the Movement Snack YouTube, which is what I'm doing right now. So let me go ahead and check that off. And then packing, which I did earlier, and call my parents. But there you go. I literally schedule, I don't necessarily put a time in there unless it's my workout time and unless it's my class, because I had my class at a specific set of hours. But this gives you an idea of what I did to schedule accordingly and just to get it done. Because if it's not written down and not in your schedule, it's just not going to get done. Okay. It's as easy as that. And I hate to sound like such a boob about it, but it's true. Put it in your calendar. So figure out what couple of days you want to do those strength training sessions, and then put it in your calendar and figure out when you can actually do that, and make it accessible for you and make it a reminder for you, okay? So figure it out, schedule it out, do a superset or two at a time. Again, 10-minute increments. I think everyone can take about a 10-minute break. And again, remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. You're just trying to move your body, because a moved body is going to be a very healthy body and a feel-good body, okay? You're going to have a little bit less aches and pains. You're going to feel stronger too, and you're just going to feel good because you're going to have that release of some dopamine and things like that are going to be these feel-good hormones that are going to leave you feeling really good and also energetic. So keep in mind, if you're a little bit tired, man, you're going to have a great boost of energy after you do this, little movement snack. And you're just going to feel good because you're going to be like, hot damn, I just showed up for myself. I just did something. High five, self. And, or maybe it's more like this. But, whether it's getting to the gym at home, at your office, at your actual gym, if it's an external place, great. Try to do a superset or two if you can. If you only have time for 10 to 20 minutes, do it. Something is better than nothing. We need to learn to abandon this all or nothing type of mentality, which is a very unhealthy way of thinking, because then that applies to everything. That applies to your relationships. That applies to your family. That applies to everything. Think about something. Something is better than nothing. All right. So all or something. But again, if you can't finish things at the gym, please know you can always do the finisher at home, whatever you need to do, and just do like body weight style if you need to. Not a big deal. It's fine. Again, something is better than nothing, right? But seriously, I do suggest these options because even spending just a few moments on your strength every day or a couple of days a week can make a huge, huge beneficial change and shift in how you can handle yourself on and off the bike. I know for me, if you didn't see my post in the Shred Strong feed in the app, I shared how I just did some testing yesterday for the next couple cycles of Shred Strong. But I just did some testing and I squatted like a barbell back squat for first time in a long time. Because we've only been doing really like hack squats and stuff. So I did that and bench with the barbell, and which is different than that single arm stuff that we've been doing. But I felt good. I felt really good. I felt really strong, and the weight moved very, very well. And that has a lot to say about the single leg stuff and the single arm strength that we're doing. So again, something is better than nothing. It just goes to show you that the mix up in the training right now and the specialization, things like that, things that we're focusing on right now really can make a big impact. But again, movement snacks. Can't recommend it enough. Just start to get moving. Even if you feel like you don't have enough energy, try to change your clothes. Change your clothes, get into some workout clothes, figure out what feels good for you that day, and do that based on what superset you want to do, okay? So start moving. Even if motivation is low, I actually asked a question today in the Facebook groups about how other people, show up for their workout and what they do in terms of bargaining and things like that when they're not feeling motivated. And maybe you can get some ideas from them. And I really appreciate the folks for sharing their ideas and things that they do so far, because this sharing is caring. This is how we are a team and a community. And I really want to get this going a little bit more, because I've just been so inundated with this master health coaching class. It's I don't know. I think it's giving me a few more grades. It's all good. It's great. It's making me a better coach and helping me ask these hard ass questions. So some of you are nutrition clients of mine. You've probably noticed that maybe I'm asking a little bit more difficult questions lately. And there's a reason for it, because, the difficult questions need to be asked, and because it can really open up some doors. But long story short, it is really time consuming. But I only have one more week of the class and then 2 more weeks basically until my final exam. So wish me luck. I could use all the energy that I can take. But if you have any questions about movement snacks, let me know. I want to keep this short and sweet like me. And I hope this encourages you to get moving, get your clothes changed into workout clothes, and just aim for even 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever you can get, 5 minutes even, because that's really how long the core finisher takes. It's about 5 minutes. So do it. Show up for yourself today. I really, really hope that this is encouraging for you. and it really motivates you to get going, because I know I'm really amped, especially for the next few weeks of programming, especially starting in October. I have some fun things planned for you all that include some testing and things like that in the beginning. But yeah, I'm really stoked and I can't wait. And I'm so grateful for you all to being here with me on this journey. All right. Have a beautiful night, and I will see you later.